Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. I started this very colorful horsey picture last night, and I was uploading it, editing it, what have you, in the editor last night. It was taking, because it was a long color and chat, it was taking quite a while. So at 12:30 at night, or I should say early this morning, I decided to go ahead, go to bed, let my laptop do its thing, only to come back this morning and see that it actually published it out onto YouTube. I wasn't, excuse me, going to publish it right away. I was going to kind of save it, but that's okay. It is what it is. So I thought we would go ahead and finish coloring our pretty horsey here. And not sure when I'm going to get this part 2 out there, but hopefully we can complete this in a couple of hours before Maddie gets here. It's about 7:15 in the morning, so hopefully this won't take but maybe another couple of hours to complete. So let's get on with it and see if we can make the mane and everything just as colorful as the horse itself. Okay, what colors are we going to start with? Let's start up here on the ear, and I am going to zoom you in a little. Let's see, how close up should I be? I think because I'm working near the top, I'm going to move my camera up a little, and then I can adjust the book better. So, okay. Alrighty, so how is everybody doing today? I hope you all are well. I am doing good. As I stated, it is now the next day, and yesterday was Tuesday, so I guess that makes today Wednesday. It is hump day, so happy hump day. Halfway through the work week. Okay, let's see. Had a couple of comments already on the first part of this that I was keeping you guys company, for those of you insomniacs out there. So glad I could keep you company as you were coloring yourself. That never comes out right. You're not coloring yourself. As you were coloring while you were watching me. Not watching me. I'm sure, like I've stated in the past, that you guys are coloring too, while I just yammer on and on. Alrighty. Let's make this yellow too. Okay, what color should we put in there with the yellow? What don't we have a lot of color in down here? We have just about all of it in down there. Don't have a lot of this dark pink, which is almost like a magenta kind of color. So maybe we'll use that up here. This is a very deep color. I did have a question on, I believe it was the video where I showed all of my marker collection. asking if I had used the tritones yet, which are the Spectrum Noir tritones. And I replied, you know, no, I have not gotten to yet, but I did receive the first auto shipment of the next set of 6 Spectrum Noir. So it is a set of 6, which having, you know, 3 colors in each pen comes to 18 more colors. So I want to do a video swatching out the new colors. So I should be having, I'll be doing that video shortly. And I have a couple of new diamond paintings to unbox. So I will be doing that video shortly too. I do plan on doing the diamond painting unboxing for my next video. So after I get done coloring this, probably tonight, I will do the recording of the unboxing of the diamond paintings. Not sure which ones they actually are. The one that came, I believe, is of a peacock that I ordered, but I'm not sure what the other one is. So I guess we will find out together. Yeah, rather than a deep pink, this really looks like a brick red. It's kind of pretty. I do like it, and I think it looks good for his ear, or her ear. We'll say it's a her. Yes, okay. Now, what colors should we put in there for those circles? Let's make them orange. Again, you notice I always curl the cap up in my finger. I never put it on the end of the pen for some reason. I don't know. I must have just gotten in the habit of doing that, and that's just what I do. Even for these markers where they do stack on the end of the pen, which I know the majority of you guys really like, because that's what you do with your caps. I might have just gotten used to doing this when I started coloring with my Copics, because they do not stack on the ends, which is very unfortunate, as big as the Copics are, that they don't stack. Or not the Copics themselves, the number of colors, but the way that those are made, there's really no way to stack them on the end. Both ends are identical in size and shape, so can't fit one on the other when they're the same size. That makes sense, huh? Alrighty, let's put some orange in here too. This is definitely a different picture for me to color, but I am rather enjoying it. It is not something you can just, you know, sit down and whip out. But it is a very relaxing book to color out of. You can just go wild with your colors. I can hear Callie in the background. Isn't it funny how those of us who have multiple cats, how you know which cat it is just by their meow? I mean, their meow is as distinctive as our children's voices, aren't they? Just like, do all of your cats sit or lay in a different manner? I know mine do. Midnight always lays with his legs kind of off to the side, sort of like how oh, I don't know, a horse or a goat would maybe lay, if that makes sense. And Misty, well, Misty lays multiple ways. She'll lay with her belly up when she really is sleeping hard and snoring. That cat can snore. Or sometimes she'll sit, you know, lay with her little paws tucked up underneath her. And Callie is so cute when she is laying on the floor, because every time she lays, she puts her paws one across each other like a little lady. It's so cute. She always has to lay with her little paws crossed. She will sometimes lay with her paws tucked up underneath her too, which I think is adorable. Bella likes to lay like that too sometimes. She'll lay up on the back of the couch with her paws crossed. So she's a little lady too. Or she likes to look like one anyhow. Took that dog out potty this morning. Do you think she would go? No. She was going to at one point, and usually in the morning she always has to go potty. And then I'll take her out in like an hour and she'll do number 2. But no, not this morning. She was too busy jumping up on the snow piles and looking all around. And yeah, with it getting warmer out now, a lot of the smells that she can sniff around must be coming up out of the ground, because she is just going crazy with sniffing. Let's go with the brighter green. Contrast with the darker blue. I think I'm still waking up this morning. I'm not quite as talkative. I was just watching a video that Anne put out showing the new book that is out by Color It, called Dragons. Oh, that book looks gorgeous. I think it is one that I will have to eventually get. It really is pretty. If you haven't seen that video, head over to Anne's channel and she does a flip through of it. For the few of you that don't know, it's Anne from A Colorful Life. So yeah, I do want to get that book. She also put out a video yesterday that was very interesting and disturbing at the same time. It was in regard to a video that she had done. It was a long color and chat, and she pulled it down due to the artwork that she had legitimately bought off of Etsy was out there under the name of, oh boy, was it Catherine Bradford, I think was the name. And she also has books out on Amazon. And what Catherine Bradford is doing is stealing other people's art and selling them as her own. I mean, the guts of some people. She will either trace the line art and then make them her own, or she takes some pictures and makes them into grayscale and then sells them as her own. And that's what Anne had purchased off of Etsy, was a grayscale picture. It was just beautiful, and Anne did a awesome job coloring it in. So she spent all that time coloring it in, then spent more time doing a voiceover. So, I mean, Anne spent a lot of time on this video, and then because Anne is Anne, as soon as she found out that it was stolen artwork, she pulled the video down and explained why and made us all aware of the fact that you should not buy anything from Catherine Bradford. So I was just going to mention it to you viewers, just in case you have purchased anything by Catherine Bradford too. And again, I'm pretty sure that is the name that Anne had shown. So yeah, I had commented to Anne, I said, that just takes the cake. You know, I know some people do steal artwork, but to put out a number, not just one, but a number of books, not just out on Etsy, but Amazon. I mean, both of the platforms are huge, but I mean, Amazon, come on, it's about as big as you can get. And yeah, to not just put out one, but multiple books. It just, I mean, did she really think she was going to get away with this and not get caught eventually? I mean, there's always copyright police out there, you know? And somebody would eventually notice that, hey, I've seen this image before. You know, it just, I don't know. Like I said, it just boggles my mind. Number one, what some people will do for money. And number two, thinking they can get away with it. I just, the nerve of some people. So, Miss Anne did the right thing, and she pulled her video down. And so, yeah, it was really unfortunate because, yeah, she put a lot of time and effort into that video and then had to pull it down. Well, I guess she wouldn't have had to, but we all know Anne's morals and standards. She always does the right thing by people. And these illustrators put a lot of work into their books. I mean, a lot of work. I can only imagine the time and effort that has to go into illustrating a coloring book. has to be huge when you are drawing all your line art from scratch. And then, in addition, sometimes, you know, making it into a grayscale book is, like I said, a lot of time and effort. And then to have somebody steal your work from you, oh, that is just awful. And then she did also show, a lot of us diamond painters do buy a lot of our things off of AliExpress. And she had also shown, this is another thing that just boggled my mind. She had shown a diamond painting that was a Jasmine Beckett Griffith, and we all know that she is another illustrator that definitely has her own style. You can always tell a Jasmine Beckett Griffith picture, right? And this picture was out there as a diamond painting, and in addition was colored. The Jasmine Beckett Griffith picture itself was colored by none other than Dee Dee Willingham. And I remember watching Dee Dee color this picture in one of her live streams. And they had the gall to take not only Jasmine Beckett Griffith's image and make it into a diamond painting, but in addition to take the colorized version by Dee Dee. So in a sense, they are stealing from two people, not just the illustrator, but a colorist too. Now that was a first for me. I had never heard of somebody stealing not only the illustrator's work, but the colorist's work and creating another product out of it, like a diamond painting. I know they do not have the same laws over there as we do. They're not as stringent over there or as strict in China as our copyright laws are here. At least that's what I have read. But still, you would think something like this would definitely, well, I don't know. I don't know their laws, but boy, you would think that it would definitely have crossed the boundaries over there too. I'm going to turn this book. So yeah, that was a couple things that she pointed out in a video yesterday, and yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, what some people won't do. And it just, you know, it takes money away from these legit illustrators that puts food on their table. And many of these are struggling artists, you know, they're not rich by any means by illustrating these coloring books. Even if they're selling well on Amazon, they only see a percentage of that. And pretty sure it's a small percentage at that. Just like a recording artist, when they sell, you know, how many copies of a song, they don't see that all. I mean, the superstars, of course, especially if they go out on the road and whatnot, yeah, they make enough money, but they work for it too. Would you ever want to be famous like that? I know I wouldn't. Have to worry about the paparazzi after me all the time, and and my kids I mean, you wouldn't even be able to go out shopping. You wouldn't be able to go out to the movies. I mean, you wouldn't be able to do anything without being in the spotlight. Look at how different Meghan's life is now after marrying Prince Harry and being a princess now. Yes, that would be totally exciting. And your first response would be, oh my gosh, how awesome would that be? What a fairy tale dream come true. Marry your prince. And yes, she has an absolute fabulous life over there. She can have anything and everything she wants. But that comes at a huge cost. And now with her expecting, you know, that child is also going to be going through the same thing. You know, any person in that royal family, of course, has to endure the same thing. Now, I guess if you were born into the royal family, you grow up with it. You're used to it. You don't know a different lifestyle, right? But if you marry into that family, especially where she came from here, from the United States, so it was a very, very different marriage, and we were all so thrilled for her. Well, I think I'll add some yellow in here too. But yeah, I cannot imagine the lifestyle difference that she has gone through. And how did I get off on that subject? Wow. I think we'll add a little bit more yellow up here. I like to keep some nice bright colors throughout so that I don't get too many dark colors together and it still makes it pop. Alrighty, so did I ask how is everybody doing? I think I did, but just in case I didn't, how is everybody doing? Let's go with the lighter purple. We did light purple there. Let's go with the darker purple. Yes, it is hump day. Bob was finally able to go back to work today. Still looked kind of rough last night. I don't know. I think maybe he should have stayed home and rested one more day. He did go to bed extra early last night because he's just been pretty tired and, you know, not drawn out. What's the word I'm looking for? Dragged out. So I do think it was just an intestinal flu, but it really knocked him for a loop. Maybe I will put the purple in the background up here too. Go around all of this little stuff. So yeah, Anne has had a couple of interesting videos out. And I believe today is Wednesday the 20th. I believe, if I remember right, she says that Dragon coloring book is out as of today. So I am sure at some point I am probably going to order that. For those of you who have not ever gotten a Color It book, oh my gosh, you don't know what you are missing. These books, yes, I won't deny it, they are kind of pricey. But again, you do get what you pay for. I believe they are, oh gosh, oh, stretch. I think they are $19.99 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, they are kind of pricey, but oh wow, the quality of these books is just second to none. They are awesome. They come with a hard cardboard cover. They come on the most awesome paper you will ever see in a coloring book. Very, very heavy cardstock. They are ring bound at the top. They include a blotter page in there to use in case you are using markers, which markers just work awesome on these books. They really do. Even better than pencils. It's like these books were made for markers. And yeah, so these books work so nice for both left and right-handed people. And I know that is one of the biggest complaints, by people for some of these other coloring books, is that it is really hard for you left-handers to color some of these. Because, of course, you're having to go across this all the time. And I can totally see that, because I know it would be harder for me to color over on this side all the time. I suppose you do get used to it eventually, but not saying it's real easy either. Let's do this pink, whoops, in here. Again, I do not have a clock in here yet, so I'm just going to have to kind of watch and see how long this recording is getting so I can kind of estimate the time. I do have a really pretty wall clock coming from AliExpress, and I know it's on the slow boat from China, so it is going to take a while to get here, but I will have to show it to you when I get it in, and you will see why I am waiting for this clock rather than buying one at, my local Walmart or whatever. It is just so appropriate to hang on my wall here by my desk. So, you'll have to wait. And if you're like me, I am not a patient person. It is so hard to wait for these things from China. Oh my gosh. Those of you that order from AliExpress or Wish, do you find it hard waiting for your things? It's like, no, I want it express shipped like Amazon. So I get it in a couple days for those of us with Prime anyhow. And a month later, and you're still waiting for your things from AliExpress and Wish. But like my diamond paintings, it's not like I don't have enough other ones to do, so I'm patient with those. Long as I eventually receive them, which does not always happen. So then you have to contact them and say, hey, it was supposed to be here by now, and I have not received anything. So they're like, oh, so sorry, me send again, or something like that. It's like, yes, please. So then you have to wait another month. Ugh. I had that happen with a particular tool that I ordered, and I'm going to show it as soon as I get the replacement, because the one that I received was totally destroyed. I mean, it was demolished. And so I took a couple of pictures of it and, whoops, wrong way, and sent the pictures along with stating this, you know, I waited a month for, and this is how it came. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, they typically are all very good about, you know, resending stuff, and especially if you send them pictures. But it's just the fact of having to wait an additional, you know, 3-4 weeks, then, you know, I wish they would express ship it then. But, you know, they're with, you know, being able to offer all of that free shipping, you know that that comes in, you know, it has to come in mass shipping containers, and then I believe, I don't know, I could be mistaken, but gets kind of divvied out once it gets here to customs. I don't know. Like I said, I could be totally off the mark there, but I'm sure they don't send those all in individual packets, because I can just imagine the thousands and thousands of packages that are coming from China to the United States every day. So many of our things come from China now, which is unfortunate. You know that, you know, but let's face it, it is cheaper, and the selection is, you know, just huge. You have such a wide variety of diamond paintings from AliExpress. That is about the only place that I order diamond paintings from now. I do not order from Wish any longer. Had a couple of bad experiences from that. So, and AliExpress has a much bigger selection of sizes. Sometimes on Wish, you don't have a choice of the size of diamond painting that you want. Whereas on AliExpress, you normally do. Not always, but normally. And I very rarely, matter of fact, I don't know the last time I have ordered a diamond painting from Amazon. When I first started diamond painting, I did, my very first ones were from Amazon. And I think we're going to put some red in the mane down here too. And yes, the thing that's nice about Amazon, they are a little more pricey typically on Amazon, but you get them nice and fast. Normally. There are still some that you order on Amazon that still come from China. So you are still waiting, even though you ordered it on Amazon. We all know there are things that still come from other countries because it's not an Amazon. It's not directly from Amazon, it's from a third party. And so you can still wait quite a while for some of your things, and diamond painting is no exception. And Misty is visiting us this morning. You're the only one that comes up and visits me as I'm coloring. She's just as snoopy. She's always got to see what's going on, don't you? Yes, you have to check things out. Right? She's just sitting there looking. All right, and what should we put in the background there? Let us see. What do I have over here to use? Let's put in a blue with the red. You see out there, Misty, your tail is just a twitching. No birdies out there yet. Yesterday, if you ever want to get Bella going, all you got to do is say, Bella, where's the squirrel? Or, Bella, squirrel? That's the only word you have to say is, squirrel? And she will zoom to the front windows, or if we're in here, zoom to these patio doors, and, oh, she is just on high alert. It is so funny. Where's the squirrel? Oh, God. Are we mean or what? It's just funny. Nothing that hurts her. And it's not like we do it all the time, because then she gets so excited. Yes. Bella still is not liking her diet. She's like, no, I've had enough of this now. No more, no more. And I did manage to put at the end of the first part of this two-parter color and chat, I did put in the before and after picture of Bella. Before her haircut and after her haircut. And it looks like she lost like 10 pounds. Total different dog. And so she looks so cute right after her haircut, but doesn't stay that way too long, unfortunately. Her hair grows much faster than mine. Or fur. Do you call it hair or do you call it fur? I guess it's fur. But it, oh, geez, Lisa. But it grows like hair, and so grows faster than mine, I know that. Okay. Well, that's all one. We're gonna make it two. I always try to find a feel-good story to tell you guys about that was in the news. And I forgot to write one down. I do have one. I don't know if it's a feel-good story or just a oh my gosh story. There was a woman in Texas who gave birth to sextuplets, 6 babies in, get this, 9 minutes. 9 minutes. I'm like, oh my gosh. Talk about just popping one out right after the other. Wow, I mean, them babies are like, wait for me. I'm coming too. So yeah, 9 minutes. Wow. I mean, that's fast for one baby. Much less 9. Oh my gosh. And they went from, I guess in weight, from the smallest was 1 pound 12 ounces to 2 pounds 14 ounces. And they said the odds of having sextuplets, I didn't know that it was this rare, but almost 1.5 billion is your odds. So about the same as winning the lottery, right? But yeah, and I guess they had all the girl names. They didn't say how many girls and how many boys, but I guess they had the girl names picked out, but nothing for the boys. Those boys are always hard. Sorry, guys, for any male viewers I have out there. I think I have a couple of you. So yeah, that just blew my mind. Just to have sextuplets in the first place. Oh, I couldn't even imagine having twins. And I know some of you out there maybe have twins. I don't know, but twins are not, you know, real uncommon. I'm glad I didn't have a set of twins. One baby is enough at a time, if you ask me. Oy, oy, oy. My sister Kathy, when she got laid off from her job, this was quite a number of years ago, she ended up babysitting for her stepson and his wife. She had just had a set of twins. And she wanted to go back to work, but as we all know, the price of babysitting, especially at a certified daycare center, is not cheap. And so Kathy kind of volunteered to babysit for her. And so the first, I don't know how many years of their life, Kathy was babysitting them. And I'm like, I don't know how you do it. I just don't know how you do it. I know many people do. Because like I said, they're not that uncommon. But we really don't have a lot of twins in our family. There are a few, but not a lot. Cameron's wife, there's a lot of twins. I think that's what she said. There are a lot of twins on her side. And they can run in families, so I am assuming most of these people that have these sextuplets and, you know, a lot of these were not artificially inseminated. The what's the other one where they get they harvest the eggs and then fertilize them and reinsert? They have the higher chances of multiple births, like the Octomom with her 8 babies. Oh God, can you imagine 8 babies all at once? Oh. Just the cost alone of 8 babies. Oh. Just to have enough diapers for one. Oh. I know that a lot of these, with these large multiple births, they do get some help, but still, a lot of it's still on you. You know, and there was always that big controversy that Octomom did it all for the publicity and whatnot, and who knows, maybe she did, I don't know. Not up to me to judge. Let's see, we don't have much orange up here either, so I think I'm gonna put some orange up here. We got this whole section done. Woohoo! And how far in are we? 50 minutes. So we're not doing too bad. I am waiting for my next book from Sun Life Drawing. They are always so generous to me and to, I know, a number of other people, where they send us their, when they have a new book coming out, they send us a book to review. You know, not like we're paid or endorsed by them or anything like that. We just get a copy of the book for review. And so I always do a video on it when I receive it, which I will be doing. But I haven't gotten mine yet. And I seen Zoe Archer on her channel got hers. So I was hoping that maybe I will get mine today, because dun, 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 when I get mine and do my review, guess what? We get to have another giveaway. Sun Life Drawing is sponsoring another giveaway on my channel. They are just so generous with you know, books to review and you know, things like that, that they are just so awesome to work with. And again, you know, none of us that receive these books, you know, we're not sponsored by them or get paid by them or anything like that. We give you our honest opinions, but oh my gosh, and seeing Zoe's flip through of this book, for those of you, and I think I may have mentioned this in, was it last night's video? I don't remember. You know, for those of you that seen any of our Sun Life Drawing pictures from last month, when it was Sun Life Drawing Month, a lot of their books are simpler books, and that's why a lot of us like them. They're very stress-free coloring. It's either color by number, or you're just coloring in lines or dots, and I love those. I just love their books. Well, wait till you see this one. Talk about going from one extreme to the next. This is one of the most detailed books ever. Kind of almost, maybe not quite as bad, but it kind of almost reminds me of the Where's Waldo? Or, oh, what's some of those others that are super, super detailed? So, I want to, when I do get that book and I do a flip through and I do announce the next giveaway, I do want to do a color and chat out of that book. Now, I don't know, however, if I will be able to do that entire color and chat on screen or not. But you know me, I probably will. It may just be 3 or 4 parts. Oh my gosh, unless I do have a mega marathon session of a color and chat, but I don't think even I could do that. I have some long ones, but that one is, yeah, that one would be pretty extreme. So even if I do some long color and chats, I think it would still be at least 3 parts. They are very adorable pictures, though. Oh my gosh. And it's all of animals in certain situations. You'll see what I mean when I show it. Like I said, I am hoping I get my copy today. That would be awesome. I'll have to go up and check the mail today. You never know when that mailman's coming, though. Or I should say mail gal, because we have a female mail carrier. Female mail. It's an oxymoron, huh? Okay, let's see. I should really check. Am I in close enough? Kind of hard to tell. Like I said, when I showed how I record my videos, it's when it transmits over onto the iPad, it's small. You know, it doesn't fill up the whole screen, so it definitely is better than nothing. But it still is kind of hard to see. I was going to look into transmitting this to my laptop instead, and if I could do that, if it would be full screen then. So I am going to be looking at different setups. I know that's how some people view themselves as they're recording, but I think the majority of those have regular, like DSLR cameras or, you know, something like that, and not a phone. I know others that record on their phones, just, they pretty much have theirs on a tripod and then just kind of look at their screen periodically to see where they're at. But because mine is up above and I record with the back camera and not the front camera, because the back camera has higher resolution, I cannot really see my screen. So there are advantages to having a regular recorder, you know, camera recorder in certain situations, but those are quite pricey. And yeah, don't have money for that. So, and because phones, I mean, they take such high quality pictures and videos nowadays, it would be a shame not to use my phone. I mean, why spend the mucho bucks on a camcorder or camera, if you will, when you have a perfectly good one in your pocket, right? I mean, almost all phones nowadays take awesome pictures and videos. The newest version of this iPhone can even take video in 4K, which is, you know, pretty unheard of for a phone. I'm sure there are many Androids out there that do too by now. But, I mean, there was once upon a time, not that long ago, that these phone cameras couldn't even do to the 1080p. And it was only 720, which, in the grand scheme of things, looked fine, too. You know, you really have to have a discerning eye in order to pick out some of the differences, like on your TV, too. If it's not an HD channel, you know, yeah, there may be some differences that you can see, but not a ton. At least not for me. You know, maybe it's just my eyes. I don't know. But I don't see a huge difference. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you really see a big difference between like 720 and 1080 and 4K? 4K does make a jump. But, you know, unless you have a 4K TV, it's not going to matter. just like when they started coming out with the 3D TVs. Well, to me, that was kind of ridiculous, because how many things are out there in 3D where you actually need to put the glasses on and watch something in 3D? So I thought that was kind of a hype. But I am sure many people jumped on the bandwagon and got them. We are going to get some more of this darker green in here because I do not have much in this picture. So we're going to add some of that. Oh, Misty's curled up by the heat register over here again and just snoring away, all curled up into a ball. So cute. She is my baby. Well, they're all my babies. You know how they always say that every kitty always has a connection with, well, I mean, they can connect with multiple people in the household, but it seems like they have a special connection with a certain someone in the house. And yeah, I think for most of my, well, all of my kitties, that is me. Because they are always either up in my lap or meowing for attention, as kitties have a habit of doing. Callie, as soon as I get up and I take Bella out and I come back in, sit down in my chair, immediately I know she is going to be up in my lap every morning without fail, because that's her cuddle time with Mom. Just lays down and purrs and purrs and purrs. And like I said in the last video, to me there's just nothing so satisfying as having a happy purring kitty, not just a kitten, but kitty in your lap. Love it, love it. I have always been a big animal lover, but especially kitties. My kids have always grown up with animals too, and I've been totally off camera. I am so sorry. And we've always had cats and dogs and all of that good stuff while the kids were growing up. So they all grew up to be animal lovers too. And I think it's important for kids to grow up with pets. I really do. I think they are missing out on something if they don't have pets to grow up with. But that is just my opinion, and sometimes it's just not always possible. With allergies to cats, which can be pretty common, and I think that's more common than allergies to dogs. It's something in the cat dander that bothers a lot of people. So unless you get a hairless cat, which, I'm sorry, in my opinion, those cats are not cute. I'm sorry, terribly sorry if I have offended anybody that has a hairless cat. I don't know. I need my cuddly kitty, I guess, with fur. So, kudos to you if you like the hairless cat, but I guess it's not something that I would get. But yeah, I think it's awesome for kids to grow up with pets. I think it teaches them a lot, especially if you give them a responsibility. I didn't, but I know my kids do with their kids. It's their responsibility to help feed them and help clean out the litter box and things like that. And then they can earn you know, their allowance and stuff with helping out with some of that stuff. So, I mean, just a good all-around good experience for kids, I think. Again, if it's possible for you, and some of you may live in apartments where it's not possible to have pets either. I mean, I know that there are circumstances where it just is not possible for people. I totally understand that. I know my kids always loved having the pets around. You know, there's just one problem with pets, and that's when you lose them. Whether it be from old age, whether it's from illness or an accident. When the kids were little, and this just devastated them, we had a small, she was, gosh, what was her breed? She was kind of a strange combination. I think it was like Springer and maybe Beagle. I mean, she was just the cutest little thing. But yeah, she was a smaller dog, and her name was Cassie. And we got her as a puppy, so the kids grew up with her and had her for quite a number of years. And then when my husband and I divorced, I moved into a place where I couldn't have dogs, so he got Cassie and moved in with a friend of his who lived on a highway. And yes, Cassie got hit by a car. Oh gosh, I was so devastated when I heard that, and the kids were devastated. You know, I know accidents do happen, and she should not have been out on the road, especially on a, well, this wasn't a real busy highway like where we lived when we were still married. We lived on a busy highway. But still, it's, you know, like I said, I know accidents happen, but never easy losing a pet. I know I had mentioned in the past, I just had to have my favorite kitty put down a few months ago, and it's devastating. The worst part of, yeah, having a pet, but should, you know, never keep you from getting a pet just because of that. I know some people that lose a pet, they'll say, you know, they're never getting another one because they're not going through that again. And in some cases, that is what happens. But in other cases, they eventually come to terms with their loss and end up getting another dog or cat or whatever it may be. So yeah, I can totally understand where they are coming from. Plus the fact you don't want to get another pet too fast, because you don't want to just replace, you know, feel like you're replacing that pet. So let's get on a better subject. This is really depressing. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to get so depressing today. This is a color and chat. This is supposed to be happy and whatever. Take a sip here quick. And we're only a little over an hour, so definitely we'll get this done in time. That is awesome. I figured I would be quite a bit over or right around, you know, 2 hours again, like last night's. But this is going much faster. I hope you are enjoying watching me color this colorful horsey. Although, like I said, I know most of you are coloring yourself and just listening. I always get so excited when I see there's a long color and chat out there, and after the kids leave, I just curl up in my chair if I don't have anything else to do and I'm not making a video at night. I'm gonna turn you guys again, get you dizzy. Let's see, let's make this blue. Now lately I have not been curling up in my chair and coloring much because I've been at night working on a video, and then in the morning here, like I said, I'm trying to get a few made ahead of time so I can work on that diamond painting for Maddie, that Minnie Mouse one for her birthday. So hopefully I'll be able to build up a few in reserve. I do have that collaboration video coming out on Saturday, and I hope you all enjoy that one. It, well, I can't say it was an epic fail, but didn't turn out as nice as I had wanted it, but it was my first attempt at doing what I did in that video. I won't say too much and give it away, but although I may have mentioned it already in another video. I don't know, I don't remember. Let's see. What color should we put with the blue? What color don't we have a lot of? Oh, hi, Bella. Hi. Mom will be done in about not even half an hour. Okay. Let's get some of this dark pink in here again. I see, and I used that over here with the blue, and that looks kind of nice. Am I still on screen? Yeah. All of a sudden, I felt something jumping up on my leg, and it's like, my kitties usually don't do that. She typically doesn't do that either. She usually sit there and whine at me. But she didn't do that either. Hi, girly. I suppose now you gotta go potty because you wouldn't go this morning, huh? Maybe I should quick pause the video and take you out, huh? Should Mama do that? Okay, let me just finish this part over here, and we will pause for just a tad, and I can take her out. Wasn't I just talking about our pets? And so, Bella, how silly you guys can be. What'd you think of her before and after pictures in part 1? I almost forgot to insert them, and then I was going to insert them originally where I first talked about it, but then I never really, after watching that part back, I never really gave myself a good place to actually insert them. I had mentioned it, but then I went right on talking, and so there really wasn't a good place to insert them. So I thought, I'll just insert them at the end. You guys are probably, you know, watching the video and you're like, all of a sudden the picture of my dog pops up. So hopefully you remembered that during the video I said something about maybe let's get over here. Maybe, you know, popping in a picture or two of what she looks like now. So I am going to quick pause and, whoa, and I'm going to take her out potty, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. You know that little bugger still would not go to the bathroom. So she did not get a T-R-E-A-T. You ever do that? You ever spell words out because you don't want your pet to know what you're saying? She definitely knows that word. It's like, nope, you don't get one. We've had to cut down on those for her too, because she was getting too many treats. But I still want to be able to, you know, give her a treat when she does go. We just don't give her as much. She would typically get like 2 little treats. And she no longer does. Let's see. She gets 1 little treat if she goes. And she's so used to, oh, let's do this yellow too. She's so used to coming in and getting a treat that even if she doesn't go, she's like, okay, where is it? Where is it? She's like, nope. No, no, no. But like if she so looks forward to her walks too, we'd say, you know, I think she wants a W-A-L-K. So yeah, certain words that you know she knows, and you end up spelling them out, just like, again, what you do with your kids when you don't know, you don't want your kids to know what you're talking about. So before they learn how to spell, you spell out the word, and then darn it, they do eventually learn how to spell, so you can't do that anymore. Darn kids. I remember the first time Jaden did that. He's like, I know what you're spelling. I'm like, what? And he said it, and I'm like, ah, okay, I can't do that anymore. And with my own kids too. Eventually, they find out what you're spelling. Gotta think of a different way. And I still have plenty of time to finish this picture, but not quite enough time. I was thinking if I had enough time, I would record my next video of my unboxing, but I'm not going to have enough time this morning for that. Plus the fact I know I'm getting another diamond painting shortly, and I can't remember which one it is, but I know another one is coming, so yeah. Should we put, well, we got a lot of pink up there. What other color don't we have a lot of over here? Maybe that bright green. So it is getting closer to 9, so I know I have about a half hour left before Maddie gets here. Oh, and that's right. Today's the day I have to run up and get Jaden. So, got a trip ahead of me today. Because like I stated in first part of this video, it's like an hour trip one way to go get him. Told Heather she's got to move closer to me. But Adam is from up there, her boyfriend, and all of his family's up there. So that's where they are at, and now they bought a really nice house up there, so it's not like they can just pick up and move. But, you know, before they bought the house, I said at least to move like to Merrill, which is kind of halfway in between Tomahawk and here. And I said, because you work down in Wausau. He works up, well, I shouldn't just say Tomahawk because he works all over. He's in construction, so sometimes he's way up by Michigan even. So he is all over. Sometimes he's actually working down in this area. So yeah, he definitely works all over, but a lot in Tomahawk. So I said, you know, you could just move halfway in between. Well, then they found this place that they bought up there. Yeah, let's make this all green. I love how she has kind of a combination on each picture where it's black background and then white all in one picture. Kind of different, and so let's bring in what color. Maybe we'll bring a little bit of pink down here. Like I said, you definitely don't have to put colors that coordinate together in a picture like this. You just put any color down you want to. So, in that regard, it is kind of nice. Another stress-free way of coloring. And what should we finish this off with in through here? Oh, decisions. So I guess there are still some decisions to make, yeah. Kind of liked that orange and blue that was up on top. Maybe we'll do a little bit of that down here. I'll have to see if I can get Bella back outside one more time before Maddie comes, and she evidently does not have to go this morning, which is unusual. She's just more interested in seeing what's going on out there. And then, of course, I have to get all this put away before Maddie gets here. See what else is all out. That's what I do every morning. Look around thinking, okay, that's got to get put away, that's got to get put away, we got to go hide that, get my laptop put away. Still kind of, not quite have to baby-proof the house, but I still get a lot of the stuff put away. Let's get some of our bright yellow in down here. And we are almost done with this wild, zany picture. Get in some more nice bright yellow down here in the corner. And maybe I'll continue this pink like I did here. Am I still on camera? Yeah. Uh-oh, Bella, don't start barking, please. I'm almost done. I would hate to have to pause this when I'm so close to finishing. She must see somebody out there. Can't be the school kids walking to school because they're in school already. And last but not least, down in the corner, what color should we get down here? maybe bring in green, and what else isn't down here? We'll bring in a little bit more of that dark green, and what other color isn't down here? Dark green and, oh, decisions. I guess I'll just bring in some more of that blue. Just to finish the corner out. Okay, and then our blue. Again, it really doesn't matter. I just like to kind of use some colors that aren't in that area yet. We're done! We're done! We did it! Yay! Let's zoom it back out. Come on, you can do it. There we go. All right, what do you think of our beautiful horsey? Oh, she's so pretty. I think she turned out pretty. Definitely a colorful horse. They say, what, a horse of a different color? Yeah, that's it. Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed this video. We are over another hour, but it wasn't quite another 2-hour color and chat. All right, so if you liked watching me color this Lisa Frank picture, again, I will link this set of 4 books down below, as well as these Staedtler markers, and these are the 326s again, and I do definitely like these markers, and I can foresee myself coloring with these again in the future. I'm sure I am going to end up getting out my handy dandy little label maker, and I'm going to put a number on each one of these and do a small color chart, and then maybe find just a small pencil case for them rather than keeping them in this. It's really hard to get them in and out of this, so I may just do that with them. But so if you liked this video, please give it that ever infamous thumbs up, and consider subscribing if you are new to my channel. I hope everybody has a wonderful Wednesday, and as always, happy coloring.